Hello everyone. Welcome to the LRDI section discussion of mock 7. So in this video, first we will be analyzing all the sets. We'll be screening the entire paper. Then we'll understand the level of difficulty of each set. Then we'll arrange them as per the in the increasing order of the difficulty. And at the last, and we will be solving the sets. And at the last, we will be discussing the ideal score that a person with good preparation can get in this LRDI section of mock 7. So the first set in mock 7. So we have done this type of similar question was asked twice in the previous mocks, isn't it? So this is one very good easy question that was asked in this mock, guys. There is nothing much to solve in this question. So for each column, there are two bags in column 1, and each of the 5 slots of the first column in 5 by 5 grid as shown in the above figure. Every bag has a certain number of apples. The total number of apples in all the bags in column 1 of row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5 together is 57. So from which you can find the value of A. For C2, there is one bag represented by a filled circle kept in each of these 5 slots of a second column of 5 by 5 grid as shown in the above figure. Every bag has a certain number of apples. The number of apples kept in second column of row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and row 5 are in the ratio 5:4:6:2:8. The total number of apples kept in all the columns of all the slots of column 2 of all the rows is 50. So you can consider 5x, 4x, 9x, 9x plus 6x, 15x plus 2x, 17x, 17x plus 8x. So 25x is given to be 50. So you can find the values of PQRST. And given with the information for column 3 and column 4 and column 5, you can find the number of apples in each cell in column 3, column 4, and column 5 respectively. So this is the easiest of all the questions because there is no logic to apply. All the information that was required to solve this set was already in front of you. So all you need to do is a couple of mathematical operations, forming equations and finding the values of all the variables that were in the table. Okay, so this is one set which I can attempt directly, and if all the questions are, if rest of the questions are moderate to difficult, I can definitely start my attempt of this LRDI section with this set. Now coming to the second question. So here we have 5 persons were playing a racing game which consisted of 4 levels. In each level, the person who stood first, second, third, and third were awarded 10, 7.5, and 5 points respectively. So the remaining 2 persons who stood fourth and fifth were awarded 2.5 points. 2.5 points each. It is also known that we are given with 6 conditions. So this is a puzzle based on numeric logic. So you are given with 6 statements. So you have 5 persons and 4 rounds. You can form a table having these 5 persons in one column. Then you need to make 4 other columns for round 1, level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. And you need to find the points that each of these 5 persons have earned in each of the rounds. So that to do that, we are given with the total points earned by no 2 friends in the game was same. So we are given with 6 statements. Okay, so comparatively, if I compare this question with the previous question, I will be starting my attempt with the previous question. So this is somewhat difficult than previous question. It's not that difficult. I rate this to be a moderate level question because you have 6 questions. So the order of attempting first set and this set would be I will be attempting first set first, and then I will be solving this set. Now moving to next set. Now the following question is based on given set of conditions. So you have 7 bands who are scheduled to perform during a week-long music festival at XLRI. The festival began on Monday evening and ended on Sunday. So Monday to Sunday, each day only one band performed. Each band performed only one. So you have 7 bands: Cactus, Axis, Enigma, Boom, Fish, Doom, and Bodhi Tree. The festival schedule followed the following conditions. So you are given with following conditions. So this is a question from arrangements. So as of now, you need to arrange 7 bands in 7 consecutive days. Now the performance of Bodhi, the home band of XLRA did not precede the performance of any other band. So this should be on the last day of the week. So Bodhi should be on Sunday. Then among the visiting bands, there were 3 rock bands and 3 fusion bands. Okay. So we need to categorize each band into either a fusion band or a rock band. Okay. So all 3 bands of same genre were not allowed to perform consecutively. So you cannot have all the 3 rock bands performing on 3 consecutive days, and same for fusion bands. Now, Boom, which was a rock band, refused to perform immediately before or after Fish. Okay. Now, Meet, who was the lead vocalist with a rock band. So we are given with the lead vocalist of bands. Okay, so Meet was the lead vocalist with a rock band, refused to perform after Angelina. So Angelina, the female lead, okay, then you have a mention of Ali, then Sid, Rupam. Now, if I look at the questions, which of the following statements cannot be true? So this is an open set. And this is a puzzle. This is a combination of puzzle and arrangements, and you will be having a definite table at the end of solving this set. So there will be some open cells, or like this is an open set, guys. So you do not have a unique determined so there will be more than one possibility. Now, because there are no numbers to play here. So whereas here you need to play with numbers, you get to play with numbers. But here, all you need to do is you need to make a table for ticks and cross method and arrangement of these 7 bands. Okay. So after attempting set 1, I will be attempting this set and then second set. Now coming to the fourth set. So 7 persons A, E, C, K, R, S, T were sitting on a ground in a queue to witness a dance event on stage, also at ground level. However, each person was of different height, and while sitting in the queue, any person could see the dance event if and only if all the persons sitting in front of him or her were shorter than him. Obviously, so if you have a tall person sitting in front of you, you cannot see the performance, isn't it? So you are given with 6 statements and you are asked 4 questions based on this. So this is a question from arrangement. So you need to identify who is the order of their heights as well as the position in that room. Simple question from arrangements. Okay, so I'll be solving first set first, 4 questions. Then I will be picking either third set or this set. So if you are confident about solving puzzles, then go for third set. If not, you can pick this set. The only difference is the previous set has 6 questions. So you will be ending up getting 18 marks, whereas you have only 4 questions in this set. And this is also an open set because you can identify that looking at 19th question. So there is no difficult question in this paper. So the score of your score in LRDI section depends on the questions that you choose, the order of the questions that you choose to attempt. So you have 4 sets here, DI an easy one. So all the 3 questions, 3 sets, I'll rate them to be on easy to moderate level side. So all the 4 sets are doable, guys. Clear? So I'm not solving the 4th set because since we have discussed of set in one of the mocks, and that was an easy set. Now coming to the arrangement. So here exactly 7 persons A, E, C, K, R, S, and T were sitting on a ground in a queue to witness a dance event on a stage, also at ground level. So however, each person, we have discussed this, and we are given with 6 statements, and we have 7 persons. A, 1 minute. A, E, C, K, R, S, and T. So you can either start with fourth set or third set after doing fourth set. Clear? Now the reason I have started with fourth set is, okay, for example, if I spend 10 minutes here and 10 minutes here, so this question has more number of open questions. So this is an open set. So you need not solve the entire set to answer these questions. So that's the reason I have picked this set, so that I can complete this in the least possible time, and then I can start working on the open questions. So for 7 people, they are sitting on a ground in a queue to witness. Okay. So you have 7 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now Samuel was able to see the dance event. Okay. While Raymond, who was sitting in front of Christian, was not able to see the event. Okay. Now, had Elizabeth not been in the queue with the remaining person staying in the same positions, at least one more person would have been able to see dance event. So the indirect inference from this statement is Elizabeth, some person who is shorter than Elizabeth is sitting after Elizabeth. So then only the person won't be able to see her. Now Terence, who was not the last, okay, was immediately behind Samuel. So S and T. While Kenneth, who is not the shortest, was sitting adjacent to the fourth tallest person. Okay. Now the person who was sitting in the middle of a queue was not able to see dance event. So this person is not able to see the dance event, and he was sitting behind Christian. So you can have Christian in any of these 3 seats. No, in queue, because Raymond was sitting in front of Christian. So it was mentioned in statement 1. And the person who was and okay, well, Raymond, who was sitting in front of Christian, okay, and Raymond cannot be the first person. So Raymond cannot be here. The reason being, Raymond is not able to see the dance event. So if Raymond is the first person in the row, he could have seen the dance event. So you cannot have Raymond here. So the only possibility is Raymond here and Christian should be here. So that's my understanding till here. Clear? So we have considered statement 4 and statement 1 and half of statement 1. Now at least 4 persons were able to see the dance event. Perfect. Now the tallest person, and Raymond is not able to see the dance event. Perfect. Now the tallest person was not sitting at the last position. So you do not have tallest person sitting here. And there was exactly one person behind Samuel who is shorter than him or her. Okay. Now, at least 4 persons were able to see the dance event, and the tallest person is not sitting at the last position. So you can have tallest person sitting here, or here, or here, or here, and there. So you have 4 positions, and we are given that at least 4 persons were able to see the dance event. Now, if we have tallest person here, can we have at least 4 persons being able to see dance event? No, because when the persons who are after the tallest person cannot see the dance event. So the tallest person cannot be here, cannot be here either. So then you have only 2 persons, the tallest and this person. They will be able to see the dance event. So you cannot have tallest person here. Now, can we have tallest person here? In that case, this person, these two cannot see the dance event. The tallest person can see, and this person can see. So you have only 3 persons who will be able to see dance event. So you can say the tallest person cannot be here. So the only place to accommodate tallest person is this. So I can say that tallest person is sitting here. Now we do not know who is the tallest person. Now we are given that Terence, who was not the last, was immediately behind Samuel. Okay. Now you need to arrange ST. So S cannot be here. Can we have ST here? No, because Terence is not at the last. So this is not possible. Now can we have S here and T here? Possible, but the person sitting here is not able to see the dance program or the dance event. Whereas Samuel was able to see the dance event. So you cannot have Samuel sitting exactly at the middle. So the only option left is S and T. So T being the tallest. Okay. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. So the first tallest person is clear. Now we are left with A, E, and K. Hmm, what did we have? So the tallest person was not sitting in the same position, and there was exactly one person behind Samuel who is shorter than him or her. Perfect. Now Kenneth, who was not the shortest, was sitting adjacent to the fourth tallest person. Now can we have Kenneth here, who was not the shortest? He was sitting adjacent to fourth tallest person. Now can we have R being fourth tallest person? Can we have R being fourth tallest person? Hmm, no. Or let's not start with that. Now let's consider this. Had Elizabeth not been in the queue with the remaining person staying in the same positions, at least one more person would have been able to see the dance. So I can say that Elizabeth cannot be here. Okay, because if Elizabeth is not in this position, okay, there will not be any difference. So Elizabeth cannot be here. Now can we have Elizabeth being here? Now if Elizabeth is here, if and if Elizabeth is taller than Samuel, okay, then you cannot have Samuel not able to see the dance event, because this person cannot see the dance event. Now if I consider Elizabeth here, then I can say that Samuel should be shorter than Elizabeth. Then only if Elizabeth is not here, then you can have Samuel watching the dance event. So if Elizabeth is here, then you should not have Samuel being able to see the dance event. But here we are given that Samuel was able to see the dance event, so Elizabeth cannot be here as well. So the only place to accommodate Elizabeth is this. Now, if Elizabeth is not here, then you can have R able to see the dance event. So Elizabeth should be here, and Elizabeth is taller than Raymond, and C is taller than Raymond, and C is taller than Elizabeth as well. So C is taller than Raymond, C is taller than Elizabeth, and S is taller than C as well. Clear? Now Kenneth, who is not the shortest, was sitting adjacent to fourth tallest person. Now can we have K here? No. The reason being, if K is here, then he will be adjacent to the tallest person. So K cannot be here. K should be here. And who is the person that was left? A. And we are given that Samuel, who is shorter than one person behind Samuel, who is shorter than Samuel. So T is taller than Samuel for sure. So Samuel should be taller than A. Clear? Now I can say that R. Elizabeth should be taller than R. And C should be taller than E. S should be taller than C. And S should be taller than A as well. And S should be taller than K as well. And since K is not able to see the program, K should be shorter than C. So S should be taller than all the other persons. So S should be the second tallest. Clear? Now S is the second tallest. Now we are given that, or T is the first tallest. K, who is not the shortest, was sitting adjacent to fourth tallest person. So C should be the fourth tallest person. Clear? Now, fifth tallest. So who should be the shortest? R should be the shortest. Now between 5 and 6, you can have either K or Kenneth or Raymond being the fifth shortest or sixth shortest. No, sorry, not Kenneth and Raymond, Kenneth and Elizabeth. Okay, so if this person is K, this person should be E, and if this person is E, this person should be K, and you have the you have Adrian being the third tallest person, and this completes the set. So you can only attempt this set if you are good at arrangements class. So 4 questions, 12 marks. So you can solve this set in less than let's say 10 to 12 minutes. Now, coming to this question. So the performance of Bodhi, the home brand of XLRI, did not precede the performance of any brand. So you have Bodhi performing on Sunday. Done. Among the visiting bands, so Bodhi is the home band. So the all the remaining 6 bands are visiting bands. So you have 3 rock bands and 3 fusion bands. Now all 3 bands of same genre were not allowed to perform consecutively. So you cannot have all the rock bands performing on 2 consecutive days. Same for fusion bands as well. Now Boom, which was a rock band, okay, refused to perform after Angelina. So Boom should be performing before Angelina. Angelina, the only female lead vocalist in the music fest besides Bonnie. So Bonnie and Angelina. These two are females and was with Enigma. So Angelina is with Enigma. Done. So Meet, who was the lead vocalist with a rock band. So Meet was a lead vocalist in a rock band or rock here. Refused to perform Angelina. So Meet should also perform before Angelina. Now Angelina refused to perform after Thursday. So you can have Angelina performing either on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay. Citing personal reasons. Ali, who was the lead vocalist of rock band? Rock band was not with the band Doom, and he did not perform on Saturday. So you do not have Ali performing on Saturday. Now Sid, the lead vocalist of rock band Cactus. Could perform only on Monday. So you have Cactus performing on Monday, and Sid was the lead vocalist of band Cactus. Now Rupam, the only male among the lead vocalists of fusion bands. Okay, so Rupam is the only male vocalist of fusion bands. So the remaining two vocalists should be females, and who are the only two females here? Angelina and Bonnie. So they both are lead vocalist of fusion bands, and Sid is a lead vocalist of rock band. Perfect. And Rupam was with Fish and performed on Wednesday. Rupam was with Fish and Rupam performed on Wednesday. So Fish and you have Rupam here. Cactus, it is Sid. Now none of the bands performed in absence of their lead vocalist. Perfect. Now, refused to perform after Boom, which was a rock band, refused to perform immediately before or after Fish. So Cactus, what type of band is Cactus? Cactus is a rock band. And Fish is a fusion band. Okay. Now, what else do we have? So Boom, all three bands of same genre were not allowed to perform consecutively. Boom, which was a rock band, refused to perform immediately before or after Fish. So you cannot have Boom here. You cannot have Boom here. Okay. Meet, who was the lead vocalist with a rock band, refused to perform after Angelina. Now, and Angelina, the only female vocalist in the music fest besides Bonnie. Okay, Angelina refused to perform after Thursday. So you can have Angelina performing either on Tuesday or Thursday. So you can have either Angelina here. And if Angelina is performing on Tuesday, Meet, who was a lead vocalist with a rock band, refused to perform after Angelina. So you need to have Meet performing before Angelina, which will not be possible if you have Angelina performing on Tuesday. So I can say that Angelina is not performing on Tuesday. Angelina is performing on Thursday. And Angelina is a lead vocalist in Enigma, which was a fusion band. Sorry. This is a fusion band. And you cannot have all the three fusion bands being played on 3 consecutive days. So you need to have rock band here and a rock band here. And you need to have a fusion band here. Perfect. Now Meet is performing before Angelina. So you need to have Meet here. And Ali is not performing on Saturday. So Ali is performing on Friday. And who's left? So you have Bonnie performing on Saturday. And we do not know the other fusion bands and rock bands. So this is an open set. So after solving till here, so based on the additional information that were asked in questions, you will be able to solve this entire set. So this is definitely a doable set. You have to pick one among this set and the previous arrangement set. Okay. So I would be recommending picking this set because you have 6 questions here and or any set that doesn't make any difference because both of the two sets will take less than 12 minutes to solve. Okay, so you can pick any of these two sets depending on your strength. So for a person who is good at puzzles, they can pick this set, and who is good at arrangement, they can pick the previous set, this one. Clear? Now coming to the set with the numerical logic. So read the given classes carefully and answer the questions that follow. So Connor, Richard, Poppy, Mason, and Sarah were playing a racing game which consists of 4 levels. In each level, the person who stood first, second, and third were awarded 10, 7.5, and 5 points respectively. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So this will be 10, 7.5, 5. This will be 2.5 and 2.5 points. So the remaining two persons were awarded 2.5 points each. Now it is also known that the total points earned by no two friends in the game was same. Okay. Now Connor earned 5 more points than Poppy. So if Poppy earned P, Connor has earned P plus 5. So the sum of the total points that he has got in each level is P plus 5. Now Richard, who was the last in one of the 4 rounds. So Richard was last. So Richard was fifth in one of the 4 rounds. So he will be having 2.5 points in that level. Earned a total of 22.5 points. And in the remaining 3 levels, he has earned 20 points, but he was not the first in any level. So he cannot have a points of 10, scoring a points of 10 in any of the remaining 3 rounds. So how can we have 20 as a sum of 3 numbers or 3 numbers which can be repeated between 7.5, 5, 2.5. So 20 will be 7.5 plus 7.5 plus 5. So these three add up to 20. This is the only possibility. So in one round, Richard was last and fifth, and in one round he was second. In another round he was second, and in the last round he was third. So this can be in any order, guys. It's not mandatory that he was fifth position in level 1, second in level 2, second in level 3, and third in level 4. Need not be. But we have nothing to do with the order here. Okay. So we are more into finding out the scores of these 5 persons in each of the 4 levels. Ante. So levels marte, atu itu marte, that doesn't make any difference. Clear? Now, we have considered this. Now, one of the 5 persons was the first in more than one level, and he did not win the highest number of points. So you have one person scoring 10 points in more than one level. So it can be 2 levels, 3 levels, 4 levels, or 5 levels. So we have only 4 levels. So 10 plus 10, 20. Now, if we have the person scoring 10 points in level 3, then he will be the top scorer. Since it is given that the person who was first in more than one level and he did not win the highest points in the game. So you cannot have the person winning 10 points in 3 levels. So he can at most win, he can win 10 points in only 2 levels. So 10 plus 10, 20. Okay. So remaining score will try to find it. Now Mason, who was not third in any of the 4 levels, but he was the first in one of the 4 levels. And this person do not have highest points. Okay. So Mason was not third in any of the 4 levels, but he was the first in one of the 4 levels. So 10. Okay. So if this person is not the highest, who could be the highest? The person who had 10. Correct? So Mason was not the third in any of the 4 levels, but he was the first in one of the 4 levels. Okay. Now the points that Poppy earned in the game were more than the points that Sarah earned. Okay. So Richard's score is 22.5. Poppy's score is more than Sarah. And Connor's score is more than Poppy. And Richard's score is 22.5. And we know that Mason was the person who got 10 points. 10 points in one of the four levels. Okay. Now the person who has won 10 points in each round, this person cannot be Richard. This person can either be Connor or Poppy or Sarah. Clear? What did we miss? Connor earned 5 more points than Poppy, and neither of them earned the highest total points in the game. So the highest points in the game were not won by Connor, Poppy, nor Sarah. So who should be the person with the highest points? It should be Mason. So Mason has won 10 points in one of the rounds. Okay. Now his score should be greater than 22.5 for sure. His score should be greater than 22.5. Then only you will be having Mason scoring the highest here. Now, can we have Richard being the highest? No, because the person who scored 2 tens, his score will be obviously greater than 22.5. For example, if he scores 2.5 in third round and 2.54 in fourth round, his score will be 25. So you cannot have Richard being the highest scorer in these four levels. So that should be Mason only. So Mason's score should be greater than 22.5, and he's given that he was not third in any of the four levels. So he should be second in first level. Now, 10 plus 7.5, 17.5. Now, if I consider that he has won 2.5 points and 2.5 points in the other two levels, what would be his score? 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 7.5, 22.5. See, Richard's score is 22.5. So how can we have Mason being the highest scorer? This is not possible. So he need to score one more 7.5. Now, can we have this Mason scoring or getting second position in 3 levels out of 4? No. The reason being, Richard was second in 2 levels. So you cannot have Mason being in second position in more than 2 levels. So Mason was second in this round and also this round. In one of the rounds, he has scored 10 points, and in the another round, he scored 2.5 points. So what is the score of Mason's? Mason's score would be 15, 15 plus 10, 25, 25 plus 2.5, 27.5. And this is the highest person score in this racing game. Clear? Now coming to Connor and Poppy. So out of these two, who can be, and this person's score should be less than 20, 27.5. The only possibility is 2.5 and 2.5. So 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 5, 25. So the person who scored 10 points in 2 rounds, his score should be 25. So if this is 25, or if Poppy is the person who scored 25 points overall, then you will be having Connor scoring 30 points, which is not possible because Mason should be the highest scorer. So it was Connor who scored 10 points in 2 rounds and 2.5 points in the remaining 2 rounds. So let me consider 10 here. You cannot have a Connor scoring 10 points here. So 10 here, 2.5 here, 2.5 here. And this can also be here and this can also be here. Please understand that. So if this is 25, Poppy score should be 20. So how can we have Poppy score be 20? So you can have either 2.5 or 5 here, 2.5 or 5 here, 2.5 or 5 here, 10 and 2.5 here. So the only possibility of having 20 marks should be 10 plus 5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5. So we have a Connor scoring first position in this round, Mason in second, and corner in third. So you can have Poppy scoring 10 points in the last round. But need not be last, and the fourth round. Okay. So 5 here, then 5 here, and 2.5. But these three can be in any order. Sorry, 1, 5 and 2, 2.5. 2.5 is correct. So 2.5 here. Now these three can be in any order. So you can have 5 here, 2.5 here, and 2.5 here, or 2.5, 2.5, and 5. Now here we are left with 5, 5, 2.5, and 2.5. So Sarah's score was 15. And this completes the set. So you need to do this much to answer this question. So I consider this to be the set that you need to attempt last in this paper. Clear? So the order should be, this set should be for sure 4. Now you need to solve at least one among these two sets. Sorry, the third set and the fourth set. So if you consider good at puzzles, then 4 plus 6, 10 questions should be your minimum attempt. And if you are good at arrangements, then 4 plus 4, 8 questions should be your minimum attempt. So everyone should have scored minimum 24 marks in this paper. And you can also solve all the 3 sets. Okay. So 6 plus 4 plus 4, you can solve 14 questions because none of these sets is difficult. So all are on a moderate level and an easy level. Clear? So 24 marks should be the minimum, and 30 to 36 marks. Okay, should be a decent score in this paper. Clear, guys?